Hi, this is Noah with Photoclam International, and I'm going to talk to you about another problem that some landscape photographers might have issues with. With most small to mid-sized camera setups, the camera is connected directly to the top of the tripod. This means the weight of the lens is not centered with the center column of the tripod. That means the heavy part of the lens can cause some balance issues. So every time you move your camera, the lens can cause some camera shake. And especially if you're shooting in windy conditions or rough conditions, this can make it very difficult to get a crisp, clear photo. So how can we resolve this issue? Well, Photoclam International has created a smaller lens support bracket to accommodate mid-size camera lens setups. And that provides us with much more security, much more stability, which would then increase our chances of getting a sharper, crisper image. So stay tuned and we will go into that product shortly. Thank you. Hello, this is Noah with Photoclam International, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Photoclam Lens Support Bracket 230. This is the LSB 230 model. This is designed for mid-range, mid-size camera lens setups. So if you don't have a gigantic 600mm lens, and you have a more standard camera setup, this bracket can help you with your landscape photography, specifically if it's like a really windy day or if you're shooting in rough conditions. So there are several points of contact that your camera lens makes with this bracket. The first is the body bracket. You can just simply attach the body of your camera right here. You could adjust the height depending on your camera body and your lens setup. You want to make sure that the knob is lined up with the bracket to try to keep things as centered as possible to add more stability. The middle part, if your lens has a lens foot or a lens bracket, whatever you want to call it, you can attach it to the support bracket with this little piece. If you simply put the lens in the bracket and tighten it with this knob right here. If you want to keep track of where your lens is on the support bracket, you can simply tighten these two silver bolts on the sides here, and that locks that location in place, so you can make sure, you can guarantee that your lens is going to be in the same spot every time. If you do not have a lens foot or a lens bracket on your camera, you can simply remove the whole thing altogether. The third point of contact is this, the barrel support. This can go up and down as high as you need to for your camera setup. If you have a shorter lens, you can move it. There are 2 additional holes, so 3 holes in total, where you can adjust and customize to whatever gives you the most stability. And you can, again, adjust the height of it however you want. If you, let's say, have a battery grip on your camera, which causes your camera to be much bulkier, you can put the lens bracket right here. And let's say you have a battery grip with a 70 to 200 lens that has the lens bracket, the lens foot, but it doesn't reach. There is an extension that you can add that simply goes on top, and that way you can put the lens bracket up here and you secure it with the knobs on the side, and your camera will be nice and secure. If an alternative way of doing this is if you want to directly attach the lens foot, lens bracket to this side, you can. You simply just put the lens on the end here, and there is a bolt that you can screw in directly from the bottom with one of your Allen wrenches. And so those 3 points of contact, the camera bracket, the lens bracket, and the barrel support, all help keep your camera lens combination nice and stable to ensure that you have the best chance of getting a crisp, clear photo. So that is the Lens Support Bracket 230 from Photoclam International. Thank you for watching. Hi, this is Noah with Photoclam International, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Lens Support Bracket 230. That is the LSB 230. With this bracket, I have a Nikon D800 with a 24 to 70 millimeter lens attached. This is a very common setup for the normal average consumer. You can see that we have the body bracket in the second hole because it is a slightly more compact setup. We don't have the lens shoe or the lens foot bracket on here because our lens does not have one. And we've moved the barrel support into the third hole for extra support. The great thing about this bracket is that it supports up to 200mm focal length lenses. So Canon, Nikon, anything up to 200 meters would work perfectly with this bracket. If you have a mirrorless setup, such as like a Sony mirrorless system, this bracket would make a great addition as well because it offers a ton of support and gives you a lot of flexibility and options with all the different types of camera lens setups are available. One of the great things about this bracket is that it provides a ton of stability for landscape photographers, especially if you're shooting high in like a windy place or if you're in very rough conditions. You can be ensured that you have the most stability possible with this bracket. You can even do portrait shots and make sure that the bracket will keep your lens and camera as stable as possible by keeping them connected through the bracket. Overall, this is a great little bracket, especially for the average photographer, those of us who don't have the massive 600mm lens setups. It does a great job for landscape photography, provides a ton of support and stability to help photographers get the highest chance of getting a sharp and crisp photo. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much for watching.